Hi everybody, it's Jim Douthit here with this week's Thoughts from the End of a Red Pen. Hey, don't forget you can check out us now at redpenthoughts.weebly.com. And we also started a Facebook page, so look up Thoughts from the End of a Red Pen on Facebook. Don't forget you can buy my book, A Day with Dewey, at barnesandnoble.com and amazon.com. And let's get right into it. Here's my rant from earlier today. Hey, this week, here's what we need to talk about. The voucher program that Governor Fallin has come out in support of in the state of Oklahoma. So let me tell you about the voucher program in a nutshell. Here we go. A voucher program is simply this. For those folks out there that want to send their kids or are sending their students to private schools and or are homeschooling them, what this does is it takes the money that they pay in taxes that would normally go towards public education. It allows them to put these funds on a debit or credit card, and then they in turn can use that and pay for their private education and or use that money towards their homeschooling. It costs, etc. and so forth. So, sounds like a great idea. Couple of things. One, it would take, from what we understand, $14 million out of the education school budget here in the state of Oklahoma. Let me remind everybody that we are supposed to cut, somewhere around $100 million from the budget this year and all of next year. So this would add an additional $14 million in cuts. Second, it has a $900,000 startup cost according to OEA. That's the estimated startup cost for this program. It would also, over the long haul, and I think it's somewhere around 10 years, cost public education $200 million here in the state. So that's the downside. And although there is upsides, and I do believe that parents that are sending their children to private schools, they need a tax break. They need some help. Okay? People that are homeschooling their children, they should get some sort of break. But unfortunately, not at the expense of public education, because the majority of students, the majority of people are educated in the public education sector. And Governor Fallin and other representatives continually find new ways to undermine what we're trying to do. And this is just another way. You need to call your representative and you need to tell them that they need to make public education a priority, because it affects the majority of you watching this. And they need to make their efforts towards making public education better. We need to climb out of the hole, as I said before, the 49th hole, the 48th hole, the 47th hole, and all these different categories, and find our ways to get to 40th. And then after that, it'll just snowball and it'll get better from there. We need to make public education the place that parents want to stick their children because they know it works. That's not saying that private schools aren't good, because I know there's a lot of reason people go to private schools, and typically it's for religious values, and I get that. We're not going to change that. I understand that. But there are other reasons that people are going to private schools, and because right now they feel they can get a better education, and probably in some places they can get a better education. But that doesn't mean we can't make it better. And you representatives, you governors, you need to put your efforts in to making public education better. And you that are watching this, that elected those officials, that elected those people, myself included, you need to reach out to your representatives. You need to tell them that they need to make public education a priority and fix that first. Then we can talk about private education. That's what you need to do for me, please. Me and all my colleagues for that matter. Okey-doke. That's enough of the rant. We'll see you next week.